Metal-heads.de.
Hello metalheads, I'm in Cologne at the MTC with Bas of Massive Wagons. It's been quite a time since we saw each other.
Yeah.
It was your first album, Full Nelson.
Yep.
I don't know, 2018 or 2019, I don't remember, but in the meantime, you released 2 new albums.
Yeah.
So, first, I have it here. House of Noise.
House of Noise.
And already last year,
Yeah, last year.
this beautiful one, Triggered.
Triggered.
And hey, look at that shirt.
My little girl drew that. The jacket, you mean?
Yeah,
my little girl drew all of that. That's. I thought it'd be funny. I don't know if it was.
It is.
Or not. I'm generally not a funny person, but I think I am.
Looking back at your first album, there's quite a development in your musical style. Especially the last one had some more punk vibes into it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I listen to all sorts really, and to be honest, over the last few years, I've been listening to a lot more kind of punk. We play a lot. Well, we haven't played with them for a while, but we went through a stage. We played a lot with a band called the Wild Hearts in the UK, and they're very much a punk rock, punk metal band from the UK. We're big fans of those, and I learned a lot from those guys, and took a lot from their songwriting, and I love their music, and it's very British. I think we're very British, and they sing about things in the UK, things you can relate to, and experiences, and the government and whatnot. But yeah, I like all that. It's just we've got a platform, and I like to use it to say what I think.
Yeah. Well, when I remember right, you also supported Status Quo a few years back, but that I don't hear on that album.
No. Well, to be honest, we're big Status Quo fans. Much like Airborne and AC/DC, we don't sound like those guys. I don't think really at all. Back to the Staff, of course, does, because that was a tribute to Rick, and that's why it sounds so much like Status Quo. But I think it's a lot more to do with the performance. We take a lot more inspiration from their performance. They're kind of no nonsense. So get out on stage and give it everything. It's good time music, But yeah, I think that's where the similarity sort of begins and ends, really. But yeah.
And regarding Triggered, one or 2 songs, Never Been a Problem and Big Time.
Yeah.
Sounds a bit like Southern rock too.
Yeah, I mean, we've always been a band. I mean, some people think it's a little issue, maybe. We don't. We write songs that we like. I mean, we're big fans, big country fans, like country music. Love rock and roll, love metal, love punk. We love it all. If it's a good song, it's a good song. And we take all these inspirations, and we've never really focused too much on a direction musically with an album. We just write the songs we want to write because we like them, and we leave it up to the production a lot more to sort of gel the songs together, and I think that works really, because we want to have fun. We don't want to write the same songs again and again. We don't want to pigeonhole ourselves as a certain type of band. We just write music we like, and we hope our character comes through in those songs.
Yeah, and in the videos.
Of course. Ridiculous, aren't they, videos?
Back to that. Let's say first song, Fuck the Haters, and even though your music is quite good time music, fun music, the lyrics are they're fun also, but not so serious.
I like to write. I like to write about things that are relevant and things that are current and things that I've experienced or things I've seen or things I've heard. I like people to. I mean, the rest of the guys in the band, they all do a serious job, and I've always thought that the least I can do is put my 100% effort into writing meaningful lyrics. Whether people listen to them or not is not really important, but people do listen to them, and I want them to connect with them, and I want them to get something out of it, and I want it to mean something. I want to say something. It's just I've got a platform there. I don't want to sing about whiskey and the devil. And, half-naked women, it's been done 1,000 times, hasn't it? You want to write about something meaningful, and that's where the punk side comes into it, I suppose. That's why I admire a lot of punk bands. They write, whether you like, a lot of people don't like punk, it is what it is, but they write about, they wear the hat on the sleeve, and they write about serious issues and what they think. So
what is going on in life, and there's a lot to swear about going on in the UK, Europe.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
it's a mess, isn't it? Yeah.
Fuck the haters is that, related to someone special. Do you have a lot of haters?
Nah, I mean, it's not really so much about. I mean, it's about bullying really, and about online abuse and people. A lot of issues these days are online related, aren't they? You know, there's so many assholes online, trolls, and people saying things, and people don't like it, and I don't think it's very nice. And it's people say things online that they wouldn't say to anyone's face, would they? And we sort of connected it all to school as well, to bullying to kids at school. Me and Adam, the guitar player, we did a thing when the song came out. We did a radio edit, Forget the Haters, and we went into some schools and talked to some school kids about bullying and on issues surrounding that kind of thing and what they should do and who they should see. And it was really good and really productive, and it felt good to do that. So yeah, that's what it's about really. Be who you want to be. It's a bit corny, but it is what it is.
Yeah, it's important. It's very important. I mean, some of you already have kids, and so
yeah, absolutely, mate. Yeah, it's very important. Yeah.
They grow up with that shit, and
I mean, it's bad enough they've got us as dads. They've got things. They don't need anything else, any of this shit in their lives, do they?
Well, that's some of my point, but yeah, the album's already 1 year old.
Yeah,
You're touring for it now, touring for it next year again in Germany for some shows.
Yeah. In March next year, we have 4 dates in Germany, and there's some other European dates coming up. So they're just being sort of finalised, So yeah, looking forward to that.
Yeah. What about a new record? Are you already doing songwriting?
Yeah. This next album, especially, we've kind of. We've wanted to keep the ball rolling and keep them capitalise on the momentum, over the last few years. Whenever we write albums, it seems to take 2 years. It doesn't seem to matter how fast we try and write songs and record them. It always takes 2 years. Well, this time we're not having that. We're making sure that we're going to have it. We're going to try and have it recorded in January, February time. We've got 4 or 5 songs done. We'll get some more written, and we've got a few months off coming up, so we'll knuckle down and get some songs written.
So maybe you will play some new songs in March when you're here?
Definitely, yeah. Definitely, yeah.
Look out for the dates.
Yeah, new music in March, without a doubt, yeah. The album will be out then. Well, it'll be recorded then, and there'll be maybe a single out,
Yeah. And one thing we spoke about earlier is still the Brexit going on and the difficulties, especially UK bands are having to come over here.
Definitely, yeah.
Can you explain or tell us a bit about the metal scene in the UK and the troubles they are dealing with?
It's a great scene in the UK. I mean, the UK is a small place, and the trouble is, you play for long enough. I mean, we've been going quite a number of years now, and because the UK is only a small place, before long you've kind of played everywhere, and it comes a point where you have to get out of the country because you're just going to play the place to death, and everybody's seen you 1,000 times, so you have to get out of the country. And it is a strong scene, and there are some amazing rock and metal bands in the UK, but unfortunately for a lot of the smaller bands, since Brexit, it's just not possible. It's just unaffordable. It's absolutely ridiculous. We're in a very lucky position. We've been going long enough and done enough that we've kind of just tipped over that bar along with a few other bands. We can get into Europe, we can afford it, and we can make a go of it. But I feel so sorry for a lot of the smaller bands. It's just ridiculous. They pay for the prices of things. It's before Brexit, there was a lot of younger, smaller bands that were always going into Spain, going into France, dates here, runs of dates there, festivals here. You just don't see it anymore. It's sad. It's very sad. Yeah.
And it's even hard to sell merch online because of the fees we have to pay in Europe.
Yeah. So I mean, there's the thing called a carnet now, which is where, for instance, we have to mark down, make a list of every single item of gear that we take in the van, right down to kind of drum beaters and cymbals and cymbal stands, and you have to write down who makes them, where they're made, how much they're worth, what colour they are, the serial number, and everything has to be documented. You have a massive long list, 3 or 4 pages of just stuff, and then you send that away, and you have to pay a huge amount of money, and then they send it you back on a printed piece of paper, so that when you go through an airport, they can stamp it and say,
it's all right.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's what it is, and that's what smaller bands have to stump up this cash, and it's just not possible, is it? It's terrible.
And how is it? Is it the other way around? Bands from here coming to UK, has that decreased? Because I know for smaller bands from here it's even
I think so.
hard to come to you.
Yeah. I think so. I mean, we're quite lucky. I mean, but again, with a band called the New Roses, who are they're friends of ours. They're a similar level to us in Germany. Luckily for them, they've been over to the UK a few times. But to be honest, apart from those guys, not many. A few sort of Swedish rock bands that have been going a long time. Still see coming over. Obviously, you get your massive bands still coming over, but no small bands really come over much really anymore. It's terrible, you know. It's a shambles, isn't it? Really.
It's a shame for the scene, for the metalheads, punks, and soundcheck above. So
do you want to go kick some ass?
We just have to speak louder.
Yeah, that's right. I can do that. I'm good at that.
Yeah, no, I've seen you. Nevertheless, the doors are already open.
Yeah.
I will work on the dates for next year for the 4 shows you're doing here in Germany.
Yeah, well, we announced them yesterday on our Facebook page and on our Instagram page, and they'll be on our website. There's 4 dates in Germany, I believe, and then we've got some other ones coming up in France and in Netherlands, I think, and we've got some of the festivals around Europe next year. Next year's a big European year for us, I think, so we're going to focus our attention on getting back to Germany and wherever else will have us, really.
Yeah, so guys, check out Massive Wagons.
Do it.
Next year, new record.
Yeah, hope so. Yeah, fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. It will work.
Yeah, definitely.
Think positive. Thank you.
No worries.
Metalhead TV.